Okay, the body attractions of the Earth is coming into a new computer setup, which means that it's coming into a new geometry set location. You understand the Earth, it travels on so many levels of geometry set positions. It travels on so many levels of connection. It's all connected to your thoughts and how you see yourself through your gene set positions. I had a lot of electronic interference. I apologize for that. But it's because I had so many energy lights of communication energy forces that were in the atmosphere gliding into its condition of interforcing of its mind signals and traction positions, lights, and interference, the magnetics. Everybody's in a different DNA structure of a different location to a different planet positions. The higher you go, the more you see through perception. So I'm going to track your location. Hopefully the interference has gone through positions, but the Earth was just telling me it's going through another geometric shape into another computer setup, to a new program setting into the allocated positions of fifth dimensional system through its activation center. So that's why I wanted to get out through traction positions, because it's coming into the Galactarian ears and its connection to the galactic forces, coming into Andromeda and its connection line system. Everybody has to come into their body activation of their lights now. Okay, the traction of the three-dimensional system of the Earth does not exist anymore. It's in a new allocated position of a new computer setup. So it's in a new triangle position. It's a new activation light system. It's in a new core system. It's an infinite line communication of an atom position. It's coming into its atom of its creation. It's creating its own anomaly to its position of time and space, of its connection of its thoughts. It's recognizing everything. It's a feeding source that's going to higher formations of lights. That's what's happening right now. So we're coming into one world of an alliance. The rebellion is here and has always been here. It's helping on so many levels of electronic interference, taking down the Matrix 2.0, the graphing system, electronics, the wall defense, location positions, the energy connections, the XT1000s, helping them always inform, sending them new crop cycles, new crop positions, and allocated position line signals. But everybody has to come into the healing of the traction of their body, because the light signals and the gamma operation center positions, vibrations, and the brain locations to the mind system is going to go through force winning cycles through connected energy system, the traction locations to its trifactors, and everything through its tesseract or anything through its matrix position and program setting is going to be changing your collaboration centers to its position of your perceptions, how you see yourself every single day when you wake up. Vibrations will get stronger and stronger because the light is stronger and stronger. The gravity system has changed. The arm reset core system has changed. The computer setup is set up into telepathy of communication, right? It's all about ear interference. It's coming into electronic magnetic interference, and it travels in so many levels of angle points. It can send so many line signals to traction positions, okay, coming into your tetrahedrons and anything through activation cycle positions, okay? Now, if you understand your positions of time through its location of space, and you understand more of body traction, how it's positioned in so many levels of electronic interference. But I apologize for that. There was a lot of interference today, and I try to get one video out. I think I got maybe 26 minutes, so I allocate to its position and location. Just hold on one sec. Yeah, no. So those positions allow everything is calculated and modified through a new geometric shape of the Earth. Imagine that. The Earth is coming into an infinite position of an atom, so it can travel to the six-dimensional system. So, location. So I might be able to get 10 minutes out of this. My locations saw through cycle. So I don't want to get too much time out of your hands, but you have to understand how important it is for everybody to get into their healing body of activation in the fifth dimensional communication through telekinesis. It's important that you understand what's happening with your body. If you go through spiritual therapy or light interference or connections to that position, you have to truly understand how to connect through your body of activation, through lights and everything, through energy and frequency, and all levels of yourself, of travel of your thoughts, because the Earth is now in a geometric of a different position of time, position of space. That's what's happening right now. Okay. So if you go through my healing, I can help you and put you in your 12 traction locations. Try to help out everybody to know you have to see yourself in positions of time and space through your thoughts of going forward, not going in stagnant positions. You don't want to go into those sonic waves to the connection of three-dimensional line system. It's not going to understand the interline connections to your lights, and it surely isn't going to understand anything through the earth or the gravity, and everything through your power centers is going to overload your program setting positions. So you can go through my healing, you can go through my email, I can help you and guide you, put you in positions, hold up different platform connections into my PayPal account, especially now, because you guys, you have to understand the earth is not just changing its shape, it's changing its computer program. It's putting itself into a new division of time, of space. So it's coming into a new alignment. It's coming into a new galaxy, changing its atmospheres of time. It's changing its colorations of natures of time. That's what's happening right now. The simulation of the earth and its core. It's starting to recognize more and more, okay, of where it's coming from. Everything is birth to source. Okay, you are birth to source of your connection, your past, present, your future alignments. To understand your dimensional being, you have to understand the earth has its own dimension. It has its own time. It has its own clocking. Okay, it has its own telecommunication, energy wave system to that position. But it understands its lights. It understands its activation, and it understands its core relation of its time positions. So if you center yourself, your positions, if you understand your lights of activation, that's great. But traveling to higher connections of travel through space, you understand your connections are all traveled through the lights of your dream sets. Okay, understand where you're coming from your dream. Are you deciphering in the past? Are you in the present? Or are you in the future? So it has its relation to you. It's all about understanding friendship, relation, and partnership to that connection, especially when you come into higher formations of entity force lights or anything through calculation. Is center course your position of time positions of travels. Okay, so I don't want to spend too much time in here because there's a lot of geometry set positions that are changing. Because right now I'm communicating with you, but I'm seeing what the earth is doing. It's changing its geometry set. It's changing its locations. It's setting up a new key phrase. It's doing it on its own. That's how powerful the earth is. It does it on its own. So it knows its central grids. It knows its energy grids. It knows its power grids. It knows itself through intelligence. So if it knows itself, that means everything through the moon knows itself, and everything through the sun knows itself through radiation. It's understanding your connection to everything through its formation, because it opens up everything through all those levels, especially when you come into the galactic air or that connection, the galactic force, the kinetic energy force to that division. You come into the Andromeda. You come into the light zones of Sirius. You come into the atmospheres of time positions. You come into your galactic family of location. That's the positions you guys have to understand. You're coming into higher formations of lights, calculation, modification, integration. Take it out of this equation. You're coming into higher levels of computer operation centers. So the universe is coming into another dimensional time position of a clock, which is connected to a higher formation of a computer. That's what's happening with the universe. And everything through humanity has to read its signals. It has to read its patterns, and it has to read its everything through its chakra location. You have to be well informed now through positions, because everything through the universe and time position is changing everything through its clock of its dimension. Right? So really get into formations of who you are through your higher self, your avatar, computer energy, or anything through your atoms, or anything molecular structure of light, or anything of that calculation. Nobody's at the molecular structure of light, or nobody's at the atom. Somewhere in the computer. My team's in that computing line system to traction positions, but nobody's in their connections of their computers. Only my team in that position, because they understand their program setting. It's understanding what is a program, what is data, what is process, what uplinks, what's downloads, what's an upgrading system of me. So it's understanding the true force of you have. It's all about you reading your own signals and how we're allocated to positions of time. Wouldn't you like to know what it's like to actually see the earth and actually know what's going on? Because you're on the earth, you're living its existence of its feeding source. So wouldn't you like to know what's going on every single day? Pay attention to nature, pay attention to yourself. If you don't pay attention to yourself, you're not paying attention to nature, right? So you're separating your body system to the electrical lines or anything to that traction position, right? So it's important you understand, you get into the calculation modification to your simulation and your modules and your providers, because you're connected to everything through Wi-Fi. You know how to use Wi-Fi in a digital pad, a computer, or anything through your phones, right? Your cell generation system is all allocated to your positions of time positions into your body frame connections. That's the positions everybody has to get into, right? It's true they understand your connection lines. So I wanted to make a short video for everybody because I already did a half an hour, but in position alone, because the gravity systems changes locations, the Earth is coming into a new geometry level of connection of humanity, this traction location. So it's trying to center its position into 0.01, right? Which is the portal of 1111. Extremely. If you come across the four numbers of 1, okay, you basically, what you have to understand, the travel positions of what's going on through space and time position. That's communication of what's going on. You have to know everything is done through delegation codes, code frequencies, code frames, key frames, your digital framing positions. It's allocated on so many levels of interference, its position. Okay. So if you understand your time positions of travel, then you understand everything through its location of time position. Okay, of yourself. But really get into the healing. Okay, I recommend that you guys go through my healing because the Earth is going to go into a different shape, an anomaly. That means you have to understand its position of time, of space, because it's going to keep going high rise, faster and faster through acceleration. And the speed of its Earth and everything through the moon and the sun is going to change its coloration of time position when it comes into your time zones. Okay, so it's all about everybody getting more knowledge and more intelligence. What's going on with everything, okay, especially with your dream set positions. I mean, I think people would want to know how to in a position of time with travels of their dreams. Understand your dreams. That's the most important thing that you have to bring yourself across. If you understand your dreams more, then you understand everything through your activation, through your lights of your chakra rotation center positions, okay, because it puts you in so many modification level systems, okay. But everything through Andromeda and everything through Aurelius and everything connection, Mother Gaia is in connections of line signaling to her solar division of a new light, a new activation system, and Father's coming into a new space of a new division of time position of travel through the solar systems. There's a lot going on, and it's going to get stronger winds, stronger location, stronger dimensions, stronger time positions through your body frame. So it's important that humanity gets healed on that traction and location so they can communicate better with the Earth, the Moon, and its proactive cycle through its radiation of its sun rotation center positions. Okay, so I'm going to let you guys go. I'll set up a new course tomorrow for connections into more line signals of channel positions and how we can, go into those higher levels of our chakras and better communications through channels of the digital frame, our proactive system to understand more of calculation to the sun, the moon, and everything through its Earth, because it triangles locations to its position. I have time position of 3, 6, and 9. So we have to really get into that form, right? But you have to go through my healing to understand everything through intelligence. Once you go through my healing, it helps you on so many ways and forms. It will blow your mind away. Oh, I understand 3, 6, and 9 now through travel. That's amazing. That's incredible. Why didn't I know this before? So now you understand more positions of you and how you can calculate, modify that, and put balance to your body and no more separation to that connection line system. Okay? All right. So love you guys very much. Talk to you later. Adios.